Welcome, everyone. It's Owen here at not at Campkins for a change, but here for Cambridge Photography Week, and delighted to be with Steve from Sigma today.
Hiya, how you going, Owen? How are you doing? All right?
I'm not too bad. We've had a really exciting day. We've already had 4 events happen today, so I believe they've gone really well, and I hope you're all enjoying it out there. So. But delighted to be a part of this here with you today, Steve.
Yeah, it's brilliant. Thank you for inviting us along. You know, it's wonderful to be doing this kind of thing whilst we're all in these lockdown scenarios. It's a really great thing to be doing, to be able to have these conversations and these chats about the products that we love, and to be given the opportunity to do that. And I wish you every success with this week. And as I say, I'm glad we're joining you. To everybody watching us, I hope you get a little bit of an insight of Sigma out of our conversation here today.
Brilliant. No, it's a pleasure. I mean, obviously we're all kind of stuck at home in the lockdown 2.0, and it's great to be able to get out there and really enjoy people seeing us and getting some excellent feedback back. So really pleased to be putting on the event. I think we're probably going to start with a little introduction to how Sigma are progressing at the moment. So I will hand it over to you, Steve.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, just very briefly, what I wanted to just briefly outline was where Sigma have kind of progressed over the years. It was some years back now, more than 6, 7, 8 years, I think now, that our new CEO, so to your markets, came on board and kind of changed the direction of Sigma. So we've now built very much a brand awareness for our products, whereby we're producing premium, high quality, exceptionally high quality optically, in regards to primes and products of that nature, which are very much in keeping now with where the market sector has gone towards full frame mirrorless product. So we've come on a long way from where we were, should we say, 10 years ago. And in fact, it was kind of a product which really kind of launched that era for us back then. Was 2 products really in what we call our art series lenses, and these were lenses that were designed to be specifically really top end optical quality, and we launched a 35mm 1.4 and a 50mm 1.4. I've got a little image here of the 50 just to remind people, but this is kind of what set the benchmark and started us going down this road of incredible product made to a really high standard. And that's where we've gone now. So we'll go into shortly some of our very latest products for mirrorless full frame. But again, emphasising where Sigma are now. All of our product is made in Japan. We only have 1 factory in Japan, in a beautiful part of Japan in Aizu, just beneath the mountains. In fact, got a quick picture of it here, but that's part of it that you can see there. You can just see what a beautiful part of Japan it's in. It's in northern Japan, which is not the greatest place to put a factory, in all honesty, because it's not that easy to get to. But it's where it all started, and it basically employs everybody in Aizu producing quality product. And that, I think, is again, it just emphasizes why the product is so good. It just comes out of that 1 factory. Everything is in-house. In addition to that factory, a few years ago, we added another plant just next to it, which is our own magnesium factory. So even down to producing magnesium, we don't even outsource that. That's all made in the same grounds as the factory. So again, it all helps with quality control and make sure that everything we produce is just how we want it to be.
Sorry, Steve, while I've got you, everyone watching, I believe you promised me a trip out there at some point.
Hang on, that was a little conversation we had not that long ago. Yeah, I hope no one's recording this. Yeah.
Well, we'll try and hold you to it, and I'll see what I can sneak back from there.
You hold me to it, because honestly, it would be lovely to get you out there one day. It really would. But it's a fabulous place, and it's produced incredible quality product, which is great for us, and hopefully great for all your consumers out there as well. So it was that move, that made us bring out our range of product, which we now call our global vision products. And these include products for full frame cameras, for crop sensor cameras, and mirrorless product, as we say, and now obviously combining the two with full frame and mirrorless together. So we have the 3 designations, DG being for full frame, and we've got DN for mirrorless and DC for crop sensor as well. So these are all the categories that come out of that global vision range that kind of we started to produce 10 or so years ago. And then most recently, again, another development with Sigma is our alliance. So we formed an alliance with Panasonic and Leica, of all people, so that we could utilize their amazing L mount. And that's something that's obviously Panasonic have used on their cameras. And we're now producing a massive range of product for in L mount. So again, that was another big step for Sigma in regards to where we position our brand, and being part of that alliance with 2 fantastic brands like Panasonic and Leica as well.
Yeah.
And it was from that, Owen, that again, another development was that it meant that we could bring out the world's smallest full frame mirrorless camera, and that incorporated the L mount. Many people would have seen it already, I'm sure, but this is how tiny it is. So that's the little FP that we produced off the back of the alliance, and again, as part of our roadmap as we go forward with our products in the way that we are for mirrorless full frame. So that obviously incorporates an L mount, but obviously our lenses in the full frame, mirrorless full frame products come out in Sony full frame as well as in the L mount as well. So that's kind of an oversight of where we are and what we're doing as a brand and as a business now. And in fact,
I can assure you from our side of things that I can't believe that the 50 and 35 mil are 8 years old now.
It's crazy, isn't it?
They sit so well in the market still.
They still do, yeah, exactly. Very much a benchmark lens, the 35 and the 50, still sits firmly in our top sales. Which is, as you say, it's quite remarkable. But it reflects just how great the product is and the quality of the product and how reliable it is. So yeah, thank you. Yeah, without a doubt, that's a good point.
But the next thing I was going to say was, as soon as you see that white box from Sigma, you know that you're going to open up and get a quality bit of kit, which is fantastic as well. Yeah,
without a doubt. And that kind of leads me towards just mentioning some of our most recent products that we've added to our lineup. And I wanted to start with the 100 to 400. We had the 100 to 400 out already, which was in its full frame DG designation for the full frame cameras that were out there that weren't mirrorless. But this is the DG-DN version. So as we've explained, DG full frame, DN for mirrorless. And that's the 100 to 400. So that was added recently. And in fact, my lovely marketing team, Tim in particular, sent me a slide across, which you're going to love this, Owen. But this is taken, these 2 images were taken with the 100 to 400. This is the first. There we go. So I'm sure you'll recognise that.
I think it's quite just down the road from me.
Yeah, exactly. So that was taken at 100 mil f5 as it states there, and then to give an indication of the 400 mil side, there it is from the same position on the 400 there. So and at f6.3. But again, I mean, you're not going to get this across on your laptops, phones, PCs, etc. But the optical quality is outstanding, and I thought you'd like that since they were both taken in Cambridge. But yeah, fantastic.
It's a pretty photographic city, so
isn't it just? Well, I've said to you before, I love going there, don't I? Of all the calls I make, not to be disrespectful to any of the other people I call on across the nation, which is a wonderful place, but I do enjoy going to Cambridge. It's such a great place to go to. I really enjoy it. So I look forward to seeing you again once we come out the other side of this. Exactly. I can get out to see you.
Yeah.
But again, more new product that came out in the DG-DN series. So that's the 100 to 400, and this is remarkable. We already had an 85mm f1.4, again for full frame cameras, and then most recently we launched this little beauty, which is an 85mm f1.4 again, but this is the DG-DN designation, and it's so compact now. That's something that you'll see us developing with our DGDN range, is the compactness of the product. Even though it's still ultra sharp f1.4, ultra fast, it's incredibly compact, which kind of suits now and lends itself towards some of the form factors of some of the cameras which are coming out in that series. And in fact, I can show you a comparison. This is our current 85 1.4 on the left there, which is that's the 84 1.4 DG full frame, and then next to it is the new version for the DGDN,
and nearly half the weight as well, which
is half the weight, which is remarkable. So again, that's just an indication of how Japan are progressing the design and the manufacturing of the products specifically for this ever-growing market sector that we're working within. And it's got some incredible features as well. Other features that we add to these products now, DGDNs, on the lens itself, it's obviously autofocus manual focus switch standard. There's a customizable AF button there, AF lock button, and something which is becoming more regular on some of our lenses now is a declickable iris ring. So you can take the click stops off of the iris ring. So if you are using it for video content, you can just smoothly change that iris without the noise of the clicks in the background. So again, these are the kind of features that are being added to our new DGDN series products. So that's the 85, the 100, the 100 400. And then most recently, I haven't got one with me here today, but we also brought out a new version of our macro lens. Now the macro, of course, our 105EX, has been the mainstay of everybody's gadget bag for years now, and still is. It's still an incredible product. But again, that's designed for your full frame cameras with mirrors. But we have now launched a 105 DGDN series. And again, you can see how compact that is as well. Lens hood is most of the length at the front there. It's very similar feature base to the current 105 macro, 1-to-1 life-size macro, but with those additional features that we just talked about with the DGDN series, the clickable irises, etc., and things of that nature. So again, it's a good insight as to where we're heading with our product development at the moment. And we're really excited about those lenses and where they're heading us and what's going to be coming next. So
while you mentioned that, are we expecting new lenses maybe in 2021?
I hope so. I hope so. Yes. I mean, I think we seem to produce more lenses than most people. We're certainly up there with the top brands that are producing products at the moment. So we never quite know what's around the corner. I would hope to see some more new products in the coming months, without a doubt. Yeah, without a doubt. So we shall see. We shall see, and we shall see what it is as well. We don't know yet.
Okay.
Good.
January is always a good time to keep an eye out.
Exactly. Yeah. So watch this space. Yeah, watch this space. But I wanted to mention also some lenses that we have because we obviously make all these products for full frame mirrorless cameras, but we have the DC range as well for the crop sensor cameras. So the DCDNs, mirrorless crop sensor. And there's a lovely trilogy of three. There's a 56mm 1.4, all primes with a fast 1.4, and there's a 16mm and a 30mm. And this is the 16 to give a little idea there of what they look like. But as I say, these are a nice trilogy of three, so they're ideal for if you've got something like a Lumix or something of that nature, the crop sensor style cameras like this. This has got the 56 1.4 DCDN or DCDN on there. And again, so there's those three, 56, 30 and the 16. And currently there's a special offer running on those at the moment. So the 16mm, for example, there's an additional £75 off the normal recommended retails selling prices. So that's something that is worth looking out for out there. If you're looking for a lens to go on a crop sensor camera, then there's never been a better time to pick up these three. There's an additional saving you can make if you buy the 16. There's an additional saving that can be made on the 56 and the 30 as well. So I just wanted to drop that in there to make sure everybody's aware, because they're a fantastic little set of three for for those smaller crop sensor mirrorless cameras. Again, available in so many fittings. Those.
Well, that was my next question for you, Steve. With the availability of different fittings, is there a format of where we're going to have the fittings now, or is it just?
I'll pop this up while we talk, but it depends on whether the category of the lens. At the moment, obviously, we have the largest range of lenses for all, whether it's full frame mirrorless or crop sensors, etc. But when it comes to DGDN, so when it comes to the full frame mirrorless product at the moment, then the new products we're producing are basically for L mount and for Sony. We'll have to watch this space on what other fittings come out in the near future. But of course, our other primes and all of the other the 50 mils and the 35s, 24s, they were also made in L mount as well as Sony as well. So the range is vast, but when it comes to things like the little DCDNs, then as you can see there, they're available in all the most popular fittings. So you've got the Micro Four Thirds, newly added L mount, Canon EFM, and the Sony E mount as well. So we try to cater for everybody's needs in regards to all the fittings. Yeah, for sure.
Excellent. Certainly on the EFM mount there's not many other people making two lenses for.
Massively popular in Japan, EFM.
Yeah.
Not quite so popular in the UK for some reason, but in Japan it's hugely popular. So no, we're very pleased to be supporting that sector out here as well now. So a good addition to the range for sure. Then what I'd also like to add is just to let people know that in support of what you're doing, obviously through this week, we're adding a little extra bonus to anybody that wants to purchase one of our selected lenses through this week of activity. So we're going to include a free filter, our protector, WR protectors with selected lenses. So it's picking out our most popular lenses there. So it includes the likes of the new 85mm DGDN and the 100 to 400, etc. But just something for people to be aware with. If during lockdown and you've seen our little conversation today, you fancy investing in one, then there's a little extra bonus there to be added on there inclusively. And that could be worth, I think the 105 millimeter filter that's used on the 150 to 600 Sports is worth about £150. So it's quite a saving to be added on there.
No, it's certainly. I know. I've seen that bit of filter, a huge bit of glass, and yeah. You're the only ones that make it, and it's the only one worthwhile putting on there as well. So
exactly. We know it's going to work perfectly with the lens because it's coming from the same factory that's making the lenses. So it's an ideal companion, and it's going to protect that front element, which is really important as well. So. A little added incentive this week for anyone that might be on the edge of thinking about investing in the lens, then now would be a good time to do that as well. So excellent. Good. So we've gone. I'll tell you what I'd like to do, take this opportunity actually, is I've got a couple of pictures. Well, I've got a picture that I took recently, and this was during lockdown, just to give people another idea of the types of images that can be grabbed. This picture that I'm quite proud of. I'm not, I don't get a great deal of time to do some photography, but this is during lockdown and grabbing a coffee in the garden for half an hour. And this was using our 60 to 600 at 600 mil. But again, just looking at the image quality and the sharpness, and we tend to get great. However people want to pronounce it, bokeh, however you want to pronounce it in the background. Is a key factor of a lot of Sigma's imagery. But I was quite proud of that little shot. He pops in the garden quite regularly, that one as well, Owen. He's always in there. Yeah, he's always in. So it's quite nice to grab a little picture of him this time.
Yeah.
Good.
Brilliant. So I don't know if you want to talk about one of your little events with Sigma that you used with your FP at all?
Oh yeah, I could do. Yes, we wanted to test really the durability of the camera really. So it was decided that what way could we really test the the quality of our optics, the quality of our products, and we thought, well, why don't we send one into space, of all things to do? Why don't we? So that's what was done. And I've got a couple of images here if I can find them quickly. Here we go. This was on the way up. So this was taken with the FP using our 14mm f1.8. So that was on its way up. I guess that would be around 30,000 feet or so, I guess. I'm not an expert, but it certainly looks like an image I've seen before when sitting in an EasyJet flight. So that's on its way up, and then eventually it finds its way up here, which is just remarkable. And in fact, these images and the video that were taken can be found on our website and on our YouTube sites, etc. But the camera made it all the way up there, obviously incredibly cold conditions, took some amazing shots, took some amazing video, and then plummeted back to the earth and in all working order. So yeah, again, it's a lovely reflection of the type of the quality of the product that Sigma are producing currently.
I'm sure you had fun trying to find the camera when it.
Yes, yeah. Tim and Sam often talk about that. They went on a little race to see who could find their cameras first. And I shouldn't mention it, but I've got a funny feeling Sam made it first, so I think he won that little battle. But yeah, you have to go hunting for them with GPS to find them where they've landed. But yeah, quite an adventure for the camera and the product. But yeah, it survived it no problem. And again, it's a great reflection of what our great factory in Aizu, Japan is producing for us and the quality involved. Yeah, really good. Good stuff.
Have you got am I right in thinking there's a competition on at the moment?
Yes, there is. Yeah. Again, if people want to get involved, then we've got a lockdown photo competition running. And that's it's just a simple process. You can find it on our Facebook page, etc. Upload an image, judged, etc. And there's some smaller prizes of USB docks, but an ultimate prize of an FP camera to win. So yeah, if you're in lockdown and you've got some time, then why not use that as an opportunity to practice your photography skills? And we'd love to see the images. So yeah, why not get involved? So yeah, excellent. Thanks for mentioning that. I've forgotten all about it for a second there, Owen.
Well, if you don't mind me just plugging our photography competition now, because we've got one as well, yes. And there's a couple of great prizes with a Canon EOS M6 and an Olympus EM10 Mark III. Yeah. So keep taking pictures because you never know. You might just get a prize out of it.
You might get an M6, and then of course our DCDN range, triple fantastic. They'll go on that beautifully. So yeah, take advantage of that afterwards if you win that M6. Yeah, brilliant. Good.
And I think we've covered most bases there, Steve. So I think you just need to tell the people about you're coming back on tomorrow, I believe.
Yes, I am. Yes. Yeah, I'm going to come back tomorrow at 5 o'clock as well. And we're going to be having a little chat with one of our ambassadors. She's an amazing photographer, professional photographer. And we're going to have some of her images to share, and she's going to talk through some of the stories of how she became a professional and what she likes about using our lenses in a professional environment. So I think that'd be really interesting. So yeah, if anybody's got the time who's watching today and fancies dropping in to see that, that's going to be at 5 o'clock tomorrow. Yeah, brilliant. Looking forward to that, I am.
Excellent. Well, I think that's us done. We're back on at 7 o'clock with Wild Arena and Canon. So hope you're all enjoying the event so far. And any feedback, we'd love to hear from you, and keep the questions coming.
Excellent. Thanks for your time again, Owen, and thanks to everybody who's watching. I hope you learned something from what we said today, and enjoy the rest of what Owen and Campkins have put together this week. So. And I look forward to seeing everybody again tomorrow at 5.
Thanks a lot, Steve.
Thanks, Alan. Take care of yourself. Bye-bye now.
Cheers. Bye.